Mil, uh, Mil.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Oh, hey, dude. What's up?
Oh, I see you got a dictionary there.
I can't seem to. I just can't seem to comprehend what's on these pages. It's a dictionary, so I'm trying to do that thing that you do when you look at words on a page.
Reading.
Yeah, reading. This M word. I don't.
Military. That's
Yeah, military. That.
You did graduate high school, right? I mean, since you graduate high school, I assume that you know how to read and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I got the diploma upstairs. Surprisingly, they passed me with a 1.5. I don't even know how I
Oh,
passed.
1.5?
America has a problem, and the problem is the youth are stupid. Not only that, they're getting increasingly stupid. You know why? Because they're being programmed and trained to be stupid. I noticed this even when I was in high school. I saw people graduating who I thought weren't going to graduate at all. And for example, there was this dude named Brandon White, right? Dumbest boy in our graduating class. Somehow he gets a diploma. Why? I have no idea. I had no idea. Either the school just wanted to pass him just because, or his parents are hooked up. I don't know. No, he did drive an expensive car and had a very expensive e-bike, but that's besides the point. Why are the youth so dumb? Like I said before, programming. Think about all this internet, right? Think about this app, YouTube. Think about Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everybody, including the youth, are getting flooded with all this stuff. All the time is being taken and consumed by these apps, by social media. And because of that, they spend less time really developing themselves and more time involved in other people's shenanigans. There is no logical reason why the youth of today can't read above a 6th grade level. If you're 18 years old, right? Or, in high school age, right? Between, 14 and 18, right? You should be able to read more than a 6th grader. There's a teacher, right? Was crying because the high school seniors couldn't read or comprehend sentences that were on page. Now they can understand talking in Ebonics with their friends, right? But when it came to like actual work that they needed to do, they couldn't do it.
I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it.
Specifically, it's talking about the black youth. In my opinion, it's the newer generations in general, you know? And it only got worse. Because I talked about it before. The iPad kids, man, the tablet kids, you know? Youth are getting phones early. They're getting exposed to all this stuff early. That shouldn't happen. All right? I got exposed to stuff too early and it messed me up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But I gotta live with that. Right? We gotta do better. We have to protect the future. We have to secure the future. It's almost like the old heads, the boomers, the Gen X's, the whatnot. It's like they want the youth to be dumb. But you gotta think about it, right? They're gonna drop like flies at some point. The future is gonna be screwed if we don't turn this around. You know, the world is going to be ruled by idiots. And it will get to a point where people are just okay with this what's a good word to say? Monotony? Absurdity? I don't know. It's like being dumb is more rewarded than you actually being smart or you actually having to use your intelligence. It's like I said before. Streaming, content creation. Look, I take pride in what I do, right? I love making content. Well, I like making videos and art and music. But I gotta keep it real, you know? I'm not doing something important. I mean, it's important to me, but it's not actually important. If anything, it's more of a glorified hobby. The people doing construction, the people doing law enforcement, well, most of them. The people doing actual parenting, that stuff is important. But everybody just wants to be a celebrity. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants this, that, and the third. Right? Nobody wants to be thinkers. Everybody wants to tap dance. And it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, there's actual people, young people, who think Hawaii is a separate country and not one of the states in America. As America. Make it make sense. Because it's not making sense to me at all. I'm not going to act like I'm a whiz or anything, but, you know, me having problems reading, that kind of went out, that problem went away by the time I reached middle school, or at least around 8th grade, 7th grade. You know, reading is a very important skill. You know, you can't do anything in this world without reading. I mean, maybe you can find a way, but think about it. You're not going to have ChatGPT or Gemini all the time. Sometimes you got to rely on your old noggin. But I feel like the inclusion of AI is also making us dumber, because we're becoming more reliant on technology than our brains. It feels like we're sacrificing intelligence for comfort. We're sacrificing intelligence for entertainment. We're sacrificing our intelligence for fame or attention. It's becoming dystopian. And next thing you know, we got people marrying machines. I mean, it sounds like a joke, but I think that's what they're working towards. I don't know, man. Protect the youth. That's all I'm going to say.